Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be with you all, and I know it's a little chilly out here, and it's tough to think about fun things to do in warm weather, but the thoughts are going to keep us warm this morning because we have a great day to celebrate some great news for Louisville and our families right here at Algonquin Park. Last week, I delivered my annual State of the City address, and one of the things I focused on was the importance of our parks like Algonquin Park and others across the city, because Louisvillians all across our city love our parks. You see that with people's activity in our parks, and we all know how important they are for people's health, for public safety, for our economy, for quality of life, and so much more. And so that's when the opportunity recently came to redirect $20 million of federal American Rescue Plan funding last December, I proposed to Metro Council that we devote those funds to invest in our parks and libraries. And I'm very grateful to Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins, to Councilman Philip Baker, to Councilwoman Donna Purvis, who are here today, and their colleagues for supporting this approach to bring us to this great day. Because that federal funding, along with other Metro government funding that had been approved in the past, has given our outstanding Metro Parks and Recreation team the resources that they need, not just to do what we're here to talk about today, but to repaint tennis and basketball courts, replace roofs at community centers, repair playgrounds equipment, and to fully fund this project that we're here to celebrate today after years of partial funding attempts that were not able to get it done. But together, all of us working together, we are here to celebrate that we are going to renovate and reopen the Algonquin Park swimming pool. This pool has been incredibly important to families in this part of the city and our entire city since it opened in the 1960s. But in all of that time since it opened, it never had a major renovation. There were persistent leaks and other issues. And Metro Council and the city government invested in repairs over the years, and our team members at Louisville Parks worked hard to keep up with repairs as long as possible. But eventually, the city reached the point where the pool was just in too much disrepair to open it again. So now it's time to do something new. But not just something new, something great, something world-class. And so to decide how do we move forward, we listened to the community. Our administration worked very closely with Councilwoman Hawkins, with Councilman Baker, and all of us together listened to members of this community because this is their pool, and it's all of our job to deliver for them, to deliver for this neighborhood, to deliver for West Louisville, to deliver for our entire city. We've been working with a great team. Branstetter Carroll is a Kentucky-based firm with extensive experience designing amazing outdoor and water space experiences. We're working with PLC Management as our owner's rep to get this project done on time. You can see the draft renderings are so exciting of what this pool complex will look like when we are finished. There's going to be a family slide, a lily pad bridge, a climbing wall, and so much more that you can see. And of course, we know it's one thing to have great plans like you see here today, but for those plans to mean anything, we have to have great execution. And so we are committed to that. And that means we are going to get this project and every project done right, done efficiently, and done as soon as we possibly can. So demolition of the old pool is starting now. Construction will begin in just a few short months this spring, and the entire project takes about a year to complete. You'll be able to follow our progress on social media, where we will be providing regular updates. And I cannot wait to be back in the spring of 2025, before the summer season of 2025, to reopen the Algonquin Park swimming pool. So right now, I know that's a little over a year away. So in the meantime, we're working on summer programming right now so that families who don't have access to a swimming pool again this year have other opportunities. This is a high priority for Councilwoman Hawkins, Councilman Baker, myself, Councilwoman Purvis, and we will announce details as soon as those plans are finalized. But today, I want to make one last thing clear. and that is the people of the Algonquin neighborhood deserve a first-class swimming pool, and that's what they're going to get. Algonquin Park Swimming Pool is going to be the finest public pool in our entire city, because that's what the people of Algonquin deserve, that's what West Louisville deserves, and that's what Louisville, Kentucky residents deserve. Amazing public pools like they are going to have right here at Algonquin Park, starting now. And in addition, as they say on TV, but wait, there's more. Because in addition to building this great pool, we also are excited to announce today that we are bringing free Wi-Fi to Algonquin Park. Already, we have 2 of the 5 access points that have been installed, and by the end of this week, there'll be 5 access points so everyone who's enjoying Algonquin Park, starting this weekend, can have access to free Wi-Fi at this park. This is part of our extended effort, our Connected Parks initiative, to roll out free Wi-Fi across the Louisville Metro Parks system. Algonquin Park is a priority, and it always will be. From renovating this pool, to offering free Wi-Fi, to more things that we're going to continue to do to invest in this park, in other parks across the city, because that's what the people of Louisville deserved. And now, I am so proud and excited to introduce my colleague, an amazing advocate for Algonquin Park, for this swimming pool project, for so much more in all of West Louisville, Councilwoman Tammy Hawkins.
Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day at Algonquin. I want to thank everyone for coming out today. But more than anything, I want to thank my colleagues, the administration, for listening to the community. Listening to the community is vital. No one knows the community better than the people that live there. I want to thank Adult Learn to Swim. I also want to thank Rose Smith. I also want to thank the Algonquin community leaders. They was a vessel, a huge vessel, to reach even the people that I wasn't able to reach. And for that, it's near dear to my heart. When I first got on Metro Council, this is one of the many things that was on my goals, my list of things that I wanted to get accomplished. Myself, my office, Philip Baker, his office, worked endlessly with Parks and the administration to make this happen. And the West deserves the best. It's been well overdue. And this is just the beginning. The second phase is the bubble. We're still working on funding for the bubble. The pool will be built. There will be an extended area for programming. How can you have swimming with no programming? We have a room designed for the people in the community, an office for some of our nonprofits that have worked with me diligently to make this happen. But more than anything, I am so happy to see that when you stand for something, when you're persistent about the needs and the voices of your community and what they want to see happen, it can happen. So I just want to say thank you to Parks. Because when I tell you that I have been a thorn in their side, I have been a thorn. I've also been a thorn to the administration. But it's okay. Again, as I say, as elected officials, we have to hold people accountable that we put in these seats. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to Mayor Greenberg and his administration for fighting alongside me to make this vision happen. And again, this is just the first phase. And the first phase will be built with the retraction on it for the bubble to come in the second phase. Thank you.
Councilwoman Hawkins, you were always a rose to us. We love working with you, and this project has been great, and it's going to just get even better as it progresses. Another great advocate for this project and for so many other impactful things that we are doing across the city of Louisville is Councilman Philip Baker, who's also been a strong advocate for this project, a great partner to Councilwoman Hawkins, to Parks, to our administration, and we are so excited that you're here with us today. Councilman Baker?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Come on, I know it's cold, but let's shake it off. You know how I get on these press conferences. I like us to have energy because this is exciting, and I'm excited. One of my tenets of my office is we want to make sure neighborhoods and community are always at the forefront and that they always blossom and they thrive. And let me tell you, this project and projects like this are how we tell from the council and the administration that we want to support that effort of each community in Louisville blossoming and thriving. I first want to say thank you to these great representatives of Parks and Recreation. Thank you for every call, every text, every rolling out of the bed. You guys are the backbone to our community. So I cannot be remiss without saying thank you. Thank you to this Councilwoman Hawkins. Thank you so much. We crack up at these press conferences, but anyone who knows Councilman Hawkins knows that community is always at the forefront. And so I want residents of District 1 and our entire community to know that she's always going to continue to advocate. And thank you to our mayor. Thank you. For those who don't know, this is not the norm. If you have grown up in Louisville, and I am incredibly thankful for you to take your approach on diversity, equity, and inclusion to make sure we have each child deserves better, and how you continue to fight for us every day, and how warm and pleasant you are to work with the council as well. Thank you to Councilwoman Purvis. Thank you for all the support that you give us and guiding us through these efforts. And just thank you for the community, because it's not about us. It's about you. And that's always the North Star when we do these things. And so I'm not going to be long other than say I'm excited. I cannot wait to be the first one to do a belly flop in the pool and cause all the water to leave. But no, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you to everyone who's had their hands in the designs, the plans, and everything. And thank you to the community for continue to advocate, continue to be our North Star, and continue to lead us in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilman Baker. We also have two colleagues of mine from Louisville Parks and Recreation that are here with us today that have been so instrumental, as you heard from the council members that have collaborated to get us to this point, that are going to continue to be involved with the construction to get it done, and then will be worked on that important programming that Councilwoman Hawkins spoke about. So first, let me introduce our Assistant Director of Louisville Parks and Recreation, Jason Canuel. Jason?
All right, thank you everybody for coming out. This is a great, exciting day for the Parks Department. I've been here for 14 years, and I've never thought that I would see the day come today. But people like Councilwoman Hawkins, who says she's a thorn, that's just passion, and that's okay. When she calls, answer the phone. If you don't, she'll let you know. But it's been great working with Councilwoman Hawkins and Councilman Baker on getting the design and what you see here and getting us to where we're at today. I do want to give you a little bit of history about Algonquin Park. This was the last of the 18 Olmsted parks that were designed by the Olmsted brothers. Back in 1929, that's when the park was created and the design was done. This is also the very first home of the very first Dirt Bowl game, and that was played right over here. So this has got a great history in West Louisville. We could not be more proud than we are today. Mayor Greenberg, excellent job. We cannot thank you enough. But again, we're just too excited for words right now, really. Like I said, I did not think today would come, but it's here. And we are going to work tirelessly to get this done, and we're going to work as diligently as we can to get it done for the folks in West Louisville. So thank you.
Thanks, Jason. And our final speaker, before we're happy to take some questions from the media, is someone who is such an important part of a lot of things that we're doing in city government to help our young people, to help young adults. And that's through our community centers and through the programming that was spoken about earlier that is so important in all aspects of life to help our kids grow and prosper and have opportunities to success. It's part of our public safety solution. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Johnson.
Ooh, no pressure there. Good morning, and like everyone else, we're just tremendously excited. I want to thank the mayor. I want to thank all the reps of Metro Council. Also, won't be remiss to not thank the members of the aquatics team who literally have worked all these years with Band-Aids and baling wire. So I'm sure they're beside themselves. When this thing is finally finished, we all going to be amazed at what they can do with something that's actually brand new, state-of-the-art, built for the purpose that it's going to serve. We're going to be really excited to do this. And let's be clear, it'll be a beautiful amenity in West Louisville, but if we're going to be one city, we invite other folks to come down and enjoy this amenity as well. So we want to really be excited about that. We want to be clear about that. Commercial, 574-7275. They're already working on hiring lifeguards. That's always a challenge, so we have those kind of opportunities as well. And what would be better than for someone who has come up through one of our training programs, for somebody who lives 2 blocks away, to walk over here and work, to walk over here and be a part of making sure that their community is programmed to as well. When we get to the programming end, we'll be looking for the same thing, open to any and everybody. But of course, if this is your home, if this is the community you love, the community you were raised in, who do we think would be more adamant and more passionate about making sure that this amenity stays nice, that this amenity is well used, and that it's always welcoming? And for me personally, my wife literally was born and raised 2 blocks down the street on Cypress. So this is a little bit personal for me as well, even as someone who wasn't born here. So again, we just want to continue to say welcome, thank you, we're excited, and we'll see you all in 2025.
Thanks so much, Ben. And I just want to conclude by really saying this is just the start. This is just the start of a lot of activity you're going to see this year. We're going to hopefully soon be breaking ground on another public pool here at Camp Taylor that we've also been working collaboratively on with Metro Council, on libraries, on so many other projects. And it all happens because of great partnerships. You heard about the partnership that I've spoken about, Councilwoman Hawkins and Councilman Baker have spoken about, whether it's with Parks or Public Health or Public Safety Division, the administration and Metro Council working together with, as Councilwoman Hawkins said, the community itself, and listening to neighbors for what they need, what they're looking for. Together we can deliver. So I'm so excited to continue to partner with my friends on Metro Council and others throughout the community to deliver more world-class projects like this amazing Algonquin pool. Thank you all very much, and I think the council members and I are happy to take any questions you might have. Yes.
Is there a plan for programming this summer of 2024? Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so last summer, Councilman Hawkins, you might have some things too. Last summer we had an announcement here where we did several different things for neighbors in the surrounding area that did not have access to the pool. We're working on plans right now, not just for Algonquin neighbors, but for other neighbors across the city for summer programming, and we hope to have some announcements in the near future about that. I don't know if you guys want to add anything.
There's some programming that we're gonna that has already submitted things to my office. We want to bring more things to Algonquin. close right here where the pool is going to be. So I'm going to be working with Algonquin community leaders. I'm going to be working with Rose Smith. She has a multiple programs that she can offer. I'm going to also entertain the YMCA, Kentucky Kingdom. We're going to give more options this year, but more structured. I'm sorry, Algonquin Community United. They over here in the park so much, I call them leaders too. So, so those are just some of the few things that we have on the table right now.
About the use of ARP funds, how fitting it is using that for some of this.
This is a great use for American Rescue Plan funding. As you all know, the city was awarded $388 million in federal American Rescue Plan funding several years ago, and that is one-time funding. And so have been looking, at least since I've been mayor, to invest in transformative projects that are in need of one-time capital infusions. And so this is a great project. The biggest expense is up front. Of course, there are maintenance expenses, as you heard spoken about, but those are minor compared to what it costs to do a transformative project like you see here today. And so that's what we're focused on here. That's what we're focused on Camp Taylor. That's what we're focused on, the great library renovations and new constructions that we're going to also start constructing this year as well. And the other thing that allowed us to do is to fully fund projects. I think my colleagues on Metro Council and I are tired of the days when cities would announce projects that were partially funded and they'd be talking about forever and ever and ever, and they would never get done. You heard that's probably why Jason never was talking in 14 years. This day might not have come. We want to take a different approach. When we are going to do a project, we need to fully fund that project so it can happen, and that's what we're doing here today.
You think just having resources like this in the West End could directly or indirectly decrease crime, or at the very least, various activity?
Of course, I think it's one of many parts of the solution. The more positive activities and opportunities for enrichment and athletics and extracurricular activities and learning and job opportunities that you heard Ben talk about, the more that we give our young people opportunities to succeed and do interesting things and learn, the more they're going to be doing proactive and positive things in life and not hanging out with people that lead them towards a life of crime. So this is just one of many important steps that the council and I are collectively working on together.
Yeah. Yes, to that question. There is beauty west of 9th. And so if you're watching at home or if you're here, there is beauty. But it comes down to access. When communities are disenfranchised year after year after year, we have to have these real conversations. And so it's time to invest in our young folks, in the next generation, and to fix the broken windows, as Jason would say, in our neighborhoods. And it's the right thing to do. And so as long as me and my colleagues are on council, we have our mayor in office, we're committed to transformative projects, as he said, just like this, and about continue to move our community forward, not just on one side of town, but on all sides of the town. So that will be my response to that.
Thank you all very much. Have a great day, and we look forward to warmer weather.